Hi everyone, welcome back. And before we start the video, I would like to request you to subscribe to the channel and leave your comment or you like or dislike whatever you feel about the video. So let's talk about how to take care of your negative mind thoughts, how to take care of your negative thoughts, and if you're looking to quieten your mind, how to quieten your mind. So the problem is. Let's talk about the nature of things, how things have been made. So like your organs are made to do things, like your kidneys made to purify the blood, and your lung is made to breathe in and out, and your heart is made to pump in the blood everywhere across your body, and your brain is like operating system, like brain is like a centralized system through which is controlling everything. So we need to understand that everything has its way of certain thing which it does. Same thing goes with the mind. So mind works by thinking. So if we are not bothered by other organs doing the work, or so we have six senses. Let's if we get away from the organs, let's say it this way: like we have six senses. Out of the six senses, your mind is one of the things, and like so your eyes, your ears, your nose, your tongue, your body, and then your mind. So these are the six senses, and if these six senses, they work in certain way, like eyes is there to see, ears is there to listen or hear things. So same way your mind is there to analyze things or thinking. So thinking has its own utility. We can't deny that thinking is just waste of time. That's what makes us human being, because we can process things and we can think about it and we can take steps. So thinking has a big utility. Like our existence is totally because we can think. So why are we now all of a sudden we are bothered by these thoughts? Because we need to understand that everything is connected to each other. So your eyes is connected with this body through which you can see and save yourself, or if you hear something bad, so you can step away or you go away from those areas. Or if you hear a siren, so you know that something is wrong, you step away. So there is a utility, and everything is connected to this body. The same way your mind. So your mind is connected to your body, and what mind does is it brings feelings. So we are not worried about thoughts. So thoughts are not bothering you. Actually, the feelings which you get on your body, that's what the problem. That's where the problem lies. So if you're feeling happy, you feel happy. Thinking happy, then you feel happy, and then it's like a vice versa. It's like a chain reaction from there. So if you're feeling happy, then you think happy. So it's like it goes on, but it starts always from your thoughts. So thoughts is where the root is. Same way, if you're thinking something bad, then obviously, definitely, you will receive those feelings on the body. So you will definitely receive those feelings in the body, and then that's what it becomes harder to handle, and that's what we feel like, oh, I want to stay away from this problem, I want to reduce the negative thoughts. But you need to understand that why we should. So the next step is why you should not believe your thoughts, or why you should not believe all what you're receiving from your six senses straight away, because of these few things. First of all, whenever you see something or think about something, so it goes through a processing in your mind. Everything gets processed in your mind, and then it gives you output, and that processing is based on your experiences in your life, the way you've been brought up, your upbringing, and what you have seen while you were coming up around you, how things came to you, how you dealt with them, and how things others were doing and how they were dealing with it. So the problem is the way we deal with things with unawareness, because when I say unawareness, we are not present in the moment when we are doing things. We are always thinking about something, or if you're driving, so we're thinking about something past and future, and we are not there in the present, or something is always there in our mind, always thinking about something. So we are not aware, we are not fully present at that moment in that situation. That's why the mind works in such a way that it's always busy here and there, and the body is always here. So your body is always here in the present moment, body is always in the established in present moment, but your mind is always wandering around. So there is a disconnection between your mind and body. So that's the problem, first of all, that like so whatever you're doing is doing out of unawareness. You're not there with your body. And so when you do things with unawareness, so obviously if you drive a car and if you drive it with unawareness, obviously you're thinking something, but if you just close your ears or close your eyes, definitely you will hit something. So that's what they say, you keep your focus, keep your awareness high. And you still have partial awareness when you drive, but when you go drunk and then you drive, you even lose that partial awareness sometimes, and then you hit something. So that's why awareness is highly important. But we are not aware when we are doing things, but we are accumulating things. So you saw something and when you were a kid, and your parents deal with something in such a manner that now you deal with the same thing in that particular way. So when you're growing up, so now we are accumulating. Everything is accumulation. So if I say, okay, teach me, if you have read maths, so you can tell me things about one or two things about maths. But if I say, okay, tell me about rocket science, you can't, because you haven't learned those things. So you haven't accumulated that information. But if I give you a book on a rocket science and say, read it and give me the answer, then you can give me the answer. So now you have gathered something more. So your thoughts, your experiences, everything is gathered. When you were born, you were not given these things. You just gathered up by looking at other people or by looking at situation. But the problem is, when you were gathering those things, you were not aware, you were not present. Same as goes to the other people who are doing those things which you seen and then you picked up. They were not aware, they were not. So everything happened in unawareness. So that's the first thing why you should not believe your thoughts, because awareness is not there when you're picking up those things. And then second thing is there is accumulation. Everything is accumulation. So it is whatever your processes you're going through, or whatever the way you're processing things, it could be wrong because you might have accumulated it wrong. So, but the processing is through those limitations only. And then last thing is itself the limitation of your six senses. So if say somebody is driving a car and then he hits someone, and then you say, oh, what's your problem? Why can't you drive? And then he said there was an issue with so we go and run towards this person and wants to beat him or do something. But when the real thing comes up, like he must be like paraplegic or having some issues, or there's a mechanical problem in the car, or he might be having some stroke or something. So your organs have a limitation. They can only see to a certain limit. It cannot see the entirety of the issue. So right now, if I show you this part of my hand, can you see what's happening on the back of my hand? How many veins or how many cuts or how many burn spots I have in the back of my hand? And it's there. It's not too far away. It's just there in my hand. But you cannot tell because there's a limitation. You cannot see the back of my hand. So there's the eyes have limitation. It can only see to a certain limit. Can you tell me there's a door over here, there's a wall over here. So I'm making this sound, but what's happening on the other side? There are people talking, but what are they talking about? So we can't do those things because there is a limitation of these six senses. So first of all, we are gathering things. We are gathering things of unawareness. We are seeing things of unawareness. Then second of all, everything which we have gathered is accumulation, which we use to process things. And third of all, there's a limitation of your six senses. So now you see, like everything, but something happens and you think something and you feel like this is not right for you. And then immediately you get the feelings on the body. So first of all, to begin with, because of limitations of your six senses, you don't know if what you're gathering is correct or incorrect. So what you're thinking is correct or incorrect, you don't know. You don't know the overall picture. And you're not aware when you're doing this. And on top of that, the processing is which is happening, through which it's going through the processing before you come to a result, is again just an gathered information through unawareness. So if you're getting right now what I'm saying that the whole system is not correct, but the thoughts, they do bring feelings on the body. If the system is not correct, but still the system works perfectly by giving you exact feelings which you are thinking, then obviously the feelings what you're getting are not correct. So you're getting the point, because the very basics from where the things are you picking up things, if they are not correct, then how come the outcome is correct? If you're doing an experiment, if the beginning of the experiment is all wrong, then how come the outcome is wrong, will be right? System works properly, you did all the steps correct, but the whole system to begin with is wrong. So how can you come out with a correct output? You can't. So thoughts, they do bring feelings, but those feelings are the ones which are harder to handle. That's why we run away from those feelings. But if you see in the overall picture, the system we are using is not right. Because the system is not right, so we should not trust those feelings or trust those thoughts. So now, how to come to deal with negative thoughts? First of all, you see thoughts as just thoughts. Even to start with, thought is just a thought. You getting a thought. As by its very basic nature, thoughts are just thoughts. So if you're not bothered by you seeing something or hearing something, or your organs doing their own work, like your heart is pumping blood, or your kidneys purifying blood, or taking the intoxicants out, then definitely you should not get bothered by thoughts or the work of mind. Mind works through thought, and you should take thoughts as just thoughts, and the feeling which comes out from those thoughts are also just feelings, nothing more than that. If you are happy, you will receive happy feeling. If you are not happy, if you will receive. So basically it is feelings which you do not get affected by. Could be neutral feeling or could be happy feeling. You don't care about them too much. But negative feeling, because it brings certain feelings which are harder to uncomfortable feeling. So those uncomfortable feelings makes you feel like, oh, you want to run away from it. But feelings, same way, you take thoughts as just thoughts, nothing more than that. Then you take feelings as just, there's no need to run away from them. The moment you start running away, the moment you ask for something, the moment you ask for positive thoughts, you have asked for negative thoughts, because a positive is never complete without negative. Whenever you ask something, the opposite of it comes automatically with it, because that's how things works. The moment you ask for success, the failure will come along, because you have asked for something, so its negative will come along, definitely. That's why they say, if you want to be success, just don't ask. You just do your hard work, and things will happen. But the moment you ask things, negative will come along. But that's not a problem. The basic nature of thoughts is just thoughts. So you just see thoughts as thoughts. There is no negative thought. There is no positive thought. We are making them positive or negative based on if we are comfortable with them, or if they're bringing comfortable feelings or uncomfortable feelings. The moment, the day you stop asking for those, comfortable or uncomfortable feelings, you will not be bothered by thoughts. Thoughts are just thoughts, nothing more than that. And feelings are just feelings which are brought by those thoughts. And why you should not believe those thoughts, we just talked about it, because it's all gathered. There's a limitation to what we can gather, and there's a limitation to our six senses. It doesn't give you the overall picture, and then obviously you're not aware what you're doing. So what's the fix? How we fix it? So first of all, as we talked about it, take thoughts as just thoughts. Then second thing is you need to bring awareness. What is awareness? Awareness is you come in present moment, whatever you're doing with awareness. If your body is here, you bring your mind also here. Not thinking in past and future, but you bring it here. How do we do it? We do meditation. Meditation is a tool to do it. So you do meditation, you meditate, sit down, close your eyes, and you see what you see first of all when you're doing meditation, that how your thoughts, whatever you're thinking, you're getting the same feeling. So you can disconnect yourself from your feelings. So it's like you are you're giving it to yourself aerial view. So when you come in the air, you see a house is down under you. Same way you give yourself, you come out of your body, you can, if you just think that you're outside of your body, you see this body and see the thoughts are picking up, you're picking up some thoughts, then you will see those feelings. Even if you're meditating, just see this, close your eyes and see the kind of thoughts coming up and kind of feelings which are coming up. And then you stop there, and then you just say these thoughts are just thoughts, and you will see those feelings will go away. Because now you've taken thoughts as just thoughts, nothing more than that. And that's your awareness. You are aware in the moment. You know what you're doing. Your mind is present with your body, and you have. So this is the conscious effort. Now you're conscious of what you're doing. So no need to worry from your negative thoughts, because that's how mind works. Mind works with thoughts. Thoughts are just thoughts. The way you have gathered information and the way those thoughts brings those feelings, comfortable or uncomfortable feelings, you have divided them. But there's nothing like that. They are just coming from a moment of unawareness. And if you're worried about failure, so failure doesn't breaks you, it just teaches you something, and obviously it gives you a better idea how to do it in a better way. And even if that's a failure, that's still an event which is happening. It's nothing more than that. So there is a success is an event which is happening, failure is an event which is happening. It is just things are happening, but they are happening in a way, some things you like, some things you don't like. So everything is based on you, but in actuality things are just happening. So that's what the main thing is. That's what everyone, like all the big gurus like Buddha or Mahavir or Jesus, anyone just said, just see the things the way they are. Just see the things way they are happening. Don't bring yourself in. The moment you start bringing yourself in the picture, when I say yourself, like I mean your accumulation, your processing of things, everything gets disturbed. Things are just happening. Thoughts are just thoughts. Feelings are the output of those thoughts. They will come when you think something. But there are no negative thoughts. We are making them based on our processing. So, but processing is all wrong, because I told you it's unawareness which is the issue. So hope you understand what I mean over here, what I mean to say over here, and we take care of thoughts. And we stop dividing them between negative and positive, but stop seeing them the way they are just. Hope this brought some clarity to you, and definitely things are getting more clear to me also. And if you'd like to share something, please do share. And I would like to hear from you also. And thank you for your time.